Do you know why you still can't speak fluent English with confidence? No, it's not because you have not practiced enough, not because you have not listened to enough English learning podcasts. It is because you don't have a constructive English study plan. All you need is a simple 20 minutes productive English learning routine. Hello, my dear learners. Welcome to Skillfident with your mentor Namita. And finally, we are at day 10 of our self-learning English series. If you have not attended the past 9 sessions, then you must attend them. You will find the link to the playlist to this course in the description box. And those who have been a part of this entire course, entire plan, and you've reached here on day 10, I have a practical session for all of you. We are practically going to form this study plan today. This series was for those learners who did not want to spend any extra money on joining classes or buying courses, who wanted to learn English on their own, from their home at their own pace. So this series was all about helping you practice English in a way which simplifies the whole English learning experience for you. And today we are going to form a 20 minutes English study plan. If you follow this plan consistently, then you will be fluent in English. You'll be able to improve your English speaking skills very, very soon. 3 months would be sufficient for you if you stick to this English learning routine. So today we are going to do it practically. I will tell you how you're going to do about it. So first we will discuss the various steps that you need to follow. 20 minutes per day, how you're going to utilize those 20 minutes and how you're going to do them for the rest of your practice sessions, your self-learning sessions. Whatever time you dedicate in the evening or morning, it's up to you. So this study plan is very simple. All you need is a book, a magazine, and if you still want to use your phone, then maybe your phone, an ebook or something. Now, in this study plan, we are going to spend 5 minutes on different activities. So first 5 minutes you are going to dedicate to reading. You're going to read a very short story, something which you can read within this 5 minutes. So you're going to read a short story, a short article, or one page of any self-help book which can help you improve your English. Make sure that this is an active reading session. Now, when I say active reading session, you cannot just rely on reading. You need to have a notebook and a pen by your side, which you're going to have even now because we are going to do it practically. I'm going to give you an article for reading once we are done with the discussion of the study plan. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to read a short story or an article. You will read it aloud. You will read it out loud so that your listening practice happens by listening to your own voice. You're not listening to anybody else, you're listening to yourself. If you feel the need, then you can record your voice. It has to be an audio recording. Simply record your voice so that you can work on improvement of especially the pronunciation later. Not now, not in these 5 minutes, you're not going to do any big things. It just has to be an active reading. So when you are reading aloud, you just have to record your own voice. You're going to record if you feel the need. Otherwise, just concentrate on reading. If you're somebody who connects more with stories, nothing like it. Pick up children's storybook. Pick up something which you understand. Don't pick up difficult books with a lot of complicated English sentences and all of that, because that would not make you stick to the plan. Pick your reading stuff simple. Simple stories, children's stories, simple magazines, nice articles, something that you are interested in. If you can pick something which enhances your whole learning experience, nothing like it. So when you're reading, you're learning something. So your reading makes you a better person. It helps you in your overall growth, overall development of your personality. Now, because we have a notebook and pen, so this next 5 minutes, 5 minutes of reading, the next 5 minutes you are going to spend on the vocabulary. So while reading, you are supposed to underline some vocabulary words, whether you know the meanings or not. Try to pick up the words that you're familiar with, but you don't use them often. So use those words, underline them, and the phrases. Now, this in the second 5 minutes span, you're going to write down these vocabulary words and you're going to make sentences each. From each word, you're going to make 5 sentences. So in 5 minutes, you can maximum pick just 2 words. So 10 sentences. And if you want to dedicate a little more time, which you must, then you should pick 6 vocabulary words and make 5 sentences using each word. Now, when you make different sentences, the words just stay in your mind for longer duration. You would not forget those words and you will never fall short of words. So make sure when you are underlining a word, you're using it to form sentences. When you use them in your own sentences, when you convert the vocabulary into English lines, then it helps you remember and recall them when you are speaking. So the first 5 minutes, we're going to read, underline, and listen to our own voice. The second 5 minutes, we are going to choose the vocabulary or the phrases and make sentences out of them. In the next 5 minutes, you are going to write about the learnings. What have you learned from this article or this story? Like in childhood, we always talked about the moral of the story. What was the moral of the story? So similarly, you're going to pick that moral out or the lesson that you've learned. What changes are you going to make based on this story or this article? Just write about it. It has to be a journal entry. So because we are picking up small articles and small stories, so you can just take 5 minutes of writing time. Writing is very underrated. People who are in regular habit of writing journals or writing anything, naturally pick up good English. It's not just listening. Writing also helps a lot because it is directly connected with your brain, and when you write something, it gets permanent in your head. So write about the message that you've taken out from that article or the story. You can give it a title, just 5 minutes, which means one page, 50 words, 80 words, that's it. Now, in the last 5 minutes, you will finally go and stand in front of the mirror and you're going to summarize the entire story or the article or your learnings, something which is in your own words. You're not going to read it, you're not going to cram and then just vomit it out. No, you're going to use your own words now from your experiences, how you can relate it to your life, everything. Just talk to yourself in the mirror as if you're giving a speech. The phrases that you've picked up, use them. The vocabulary that you've made sentences with, just use them now when you're speaking. So this 5 minute speaking practice is the wrapping up time of your whole reading. You're going to just sum up the whole reading. So this 20-minute plan, follow it for just 20 days and you will notice a lot of difference. Then you come back to this 10th session of self-learning series and tell me, ma'am, yes, it works. It is such a magical plan and it works truly. You don't have to open your phone and laptop and everything and then get stuck into the world of technology, getting to shopping apps and then getting distracted by your messages from your friends on Snapchat, WhatsApp, this, that, gaming platforms. No, stay away from technology. Pick something to read, a physical book or anything, a page, 5 minutes of reading, 5 minutes of working on vocabulary and phrases, then 5 minutes on writing about your experiences in the form of a journal writing, and finally 5 minutes of speaking practice in front of mirror is enough and sufficient for any learner. You don't need ChatGPT, you don't need AI for this kind of learning. These are traditional methods and they've always worked, always. It will work for you. So I hope this plan is going to work for you as well. Okay, now coming to the practical part. As I promised you earlier that we are going to do a practical reading. I will tell you how you're supposed to read and this will help you create your own study plan constructively. I'm going to read a basic article for you. You can read along with me. The article is right here. It's a beautiful article. I really connected with it. The name of the article is The Ant Philosophy. And these days I'm having a lot of ants in my house and I'm just trying to get rid of them. But then I was thinking about how they manage to be so productive all the time they're working. I came across this article and I thought of sharing it with you. I think everybody should study ants. They have an amazing 4-part philosophy. Here is the first part: ants never quit. That's a good philosophy. If they are headed somewhere and you try to stop them, they'll look for another way. They'll climb over, they'll climb under, they'll climb around. They'll keep looking for another way. What a philosophy to never quit looking for a way to get where you are supposed to go. Second, ants think winter all summer. Now, the way they've put it is very nice. Ants think winter all summer. That's an important perspective. You can't be so naive as to think summer will last forever. So, ants are gathering their winter food in the middle of summer. Now it says the third part of the ant philosophy is that ants think summer all winter. This is so important. During the winter, ants remind themselves this won't last long. We'll soon be out of here. And the first warm day, the ants are out. If it turns cold again, they'll dive back down. But then they come out the first warm day. They can't wait to get out. And here's the last part of the ant philosophy. How much will an ant gather during the summer to prepare for the winter? All he possibly can. They could have used it, but it's okay. What an incredible philosophy. The all you possibly can philosophy. This is what we can learn from ants. It's a beautiful article by Jim Rohn. Now, how will you give it a title, the name to the story? What can be the moral? We can say that the philosophy from this ant philosophy, we can take that never give up, look ahead, stay positive, and do all you can do. That's what I want to convey you. Do all that you can do to become a fluent English speaker. Speak. If you really want to speak English with confidence, do whatever you can. You have to learn vocabulary, learn it. If you have to read more books, read it. If you have to just practice more in front of mirror to improve your pronunciation, do that. Do all that you can. But if you've decided that you have to build confidence when you speak in English, then try your level best. Learn from ants. Now, this is the kind of reading that you have to do. Okay, let me do one more thing for you. Let me give you a few words because you might not have highlighted words. You can write them, okay? The words are perspective, perspective, forever, forever, incredible, incredible, naive, naive, and quit, quit. These are just 5 words that I've picked from this article. You can use them and you can create your own sentences. If you create nice sentences using all 5 of them, please type them in comment section. Type at least one sentence each and type it in the comment section. This way I get to know how many of you are serious learners here, how many of you are genuinely taking benefit out of these free courses. It really helps me create more content for you people. So use these words and then speak sentences in front of mirror. Make your own plan and follow it for the coming few months. The couple months you need to just follow the study plan, the 20 minutes English learning routine, and you will see that you're fluent. You're becoming much more confident when you're speaking English. So we are ending this session over here. If you are interested that I should conduct a live class, I can come live for all of you. We can discuss a few vocabulary and phrases. Let me know if I get enough comments. We will go forward with a live class. And for now, this series is over. If you've not attended, the whole playlist is there. You can attend it anytime you want. And I'm going to see you in my next session very, very soon. Till then, take care of yourself. Keep practicing your English. Bye bye for now.